Well, Zaynab Hussein is our finalist. You've been waiting 3 hours, Zaynab. So congratulations for that, but also congratulations for the presentation that you paper essay, and now your presentation is right before you. So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, and we're ready and anxious to hear you.
Just want to make sure you can hear me clearly, right?
Very clearly.
Okay. Salam. Before I begin my presentation, I would like to thank the GYC organization and esteemed professors for yet again allowing me this opportunity of advancement. I also want to especially thank all those who have helped and encouraged me in getting this far in the Global Youth Challenge. So for those of you presently watching, thank you. Now, I ask each and every one of you, are you fireproof? Because our world is going up in smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ended the era of resource cultivation and have begun the era of resource depletion. They say you can't reap what you don't sow, but right now everyone is faced with the consequences of climate change, not just those responsible. But just as Sir David Attenborough says, it's not all doom and gloom. We can right our wrongs, and I believe that with mankind and AI hand in hand, we'll do just that. My name is Zaynab Hussein, and I'm a 10th grader at Ahl al-Bayt Islamic School. I rejoined GYC this year to utilize the knowledge gained by my past participation to present something new and improved. The topic I chose to cover this year was AI in life sciences, specifically AI and climate change. I chose this topic because today's technological advancements are allowing us to speculate the chance of living on other planets while we forget our own. We were given a planet meticulously catered for us. Pure water, fresh air, and 126 billion acres to cultivate, feed from, and settle. I'm no politician nor emissary, but I am a member of the next generation who are to inherit this planet, or rather, what's left of it. Toxic water, filthy air, and lands that are either flooded or desertified. Nations of depletion, starvation, and fatal overpopulation. We cannot possibly thinking about moving to Mars without dealing with the calamity at hand. So instead, allow us to use that very same technology with the power to reach other planets to rehabilitate our own. During my research on how AI can help fight climate change, I boiled the solution down to 3 interconnected steps: better managing our waste, enhancing our biodiversity conservation, and practicing sustainable agriculture. Today, landfills account for 25% of global emissions. Earth's biodiversity is in decline. Our forests, the lungs of our planet, are dying. And with excessive emissions and little biosphere to keep them in check, all the CO2 seeps into our soil, warming the Earth's temperature. NC State researcher Lokendra Pal and collaborators are utilizing AI to develop smart waste management systems, decreasing our landfill waste, cleaning our planet. In the new AI for Biodiversity series, Professor Andrew Gonzalez of McGill University explains how the global biodiversity framework intends to utilize AI in the detection and attribution of biodiversity detection and attribution, conserving our planet. Bhumitra, an international carbon soil marketplace, utilizes big data gathered by satellites to monitor chemical and moisture levels within the soil. They also exploit machine learning to record past and ongoing changes in the soil, guiding farmers towards ways to address them, cooling our planet. Dr. Fei Li says, artificial intelligence is not a substitute for human intelligence. It is a tool to amplify human creativity and ingenuity. And I believe that utilizing AI to clean, conserve, and cool our planet is exactly the kind of human ingenuity amplification we need. So now I implore you, the audience, to actively learn about AI, sign up with his sustainability efforts like Bhumitra, and always remember that what you do today affects everyone's tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zaynab. If you were a politician, I would vote for you because I think you will be part of the solution to the problems that you raise. Thank you so much for your presentation, and congratulations for being a finalist. So you have some questions coming your way. I hope you're ready for them. The first one is from Professor Jim Slota.
Yes. Okay. I'm finding my notes. Zaynab, thank you for that presentation. Thank you for your energy and your sense that this doesn't have to be a complete failure of humanity, even though we've pushed it past the point to where it is indeed, burning. I'm really impressed by the content of your essay and by the connections to existing innovative work. It just had a wonderful level of deep content, direct connections to progress that's happening now, possibilities for AI. You really position AI as a tool for us to do this work in the world. And I kind of appreciate the relative simplicity of your view of AI, as compared with other presentations we've seen where it's, AI is devaluing our experience or becoming a god or replacing us or the existential threat. Like I agree with that. All of that stuff is a big worry, and all those worries are true, but I really just appreciated the pragmatism and the kind of worldly position of your essay. You've done us a real service, and I'm glad that it came last, actually, to really ground this discussion. And in building these connections to specific areas of urgent work, then that'll help us forget about how worried we are about AI taking over the future of humanity. Let's deal with the burning planet. K-12 students today, like yourselves, everyone here, they need to have a sense of meaning and purpose in their lives and their future as learners, as citizens. They're living in an uncertain world. We all are. AI, with this existential threat and the replacement of jobs, it's not always helping young people's anxiety. It's kind of adding sometimes to the problem. And so your essay and your presentation, they were very grounding in the face of what's really an existential threat, the climate crisis. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's also illuminated some real heroes through your connections to the work that's happening now. So you are right on track. That's what I'm saying. And my question is, how can we change our education in the middle and high school years, particularly, to help students get ready to do this important work that you're describing and to help them get excited and motivated to do it?
Thank you for that awesome question. I do want to comment that I did get a question from you 2 years ago when
I remember you from 2 years ago.
I remember. So this is really exciting, growing up to do it again.
This is just such a great essay, by the way, and such a good presentation.
So much. Thank you for your awesome question. So just to be clear, how you think how we can change, you're asking how can we change the education system in order to motivate our youth towards achieving this goal of sustainability?
Yep. They got to get out there and do this work, and they're going to use AI to do it in a very, very clear way. Like, how do we now go into the schools and make physics relevant to that, and make computer science relevant to that, and make history relevant to that, and help, what do we need to do to schools to get students ready to get excited and not depressed? Because they're all depressed right now, and they all think future is bleak, and boomers spend all the money, and AI is taking all the jobs, and so how do we I want what you're describing here. How do we bring that into our schools and make schools get us ready to deliver the millions of young people that are going to do this work?
Okay, thank you for that clarification. So from my point of view and my experience, right now I'm in 10th grade. I'm taking one of my courses is career studies. So it's kind of like figure out what you're going to go in the future, and everyone's matching their personality and their interest towards their passions. So so finding your career, it's not just like that job like at the coffee shop that you're going to take to make some money in the summer. So when each person has a different passion, and I believe that in the end, when each passion, no matter how different it can be, it will eventually contribute. For example, if you go into engineering, you can go into programming, and then that might lead you, that will lead you to AI, because there's AI in efficiency when it comes to how much e-waste you're producing. There's AI in renewable energy efficiency. If you go to Google, like DeepMind, things like that. For example, if someone's going into arts, even like expressing emotion, art is a form of self-expression and education at the same time, and it is a leading voice in society nowadays, which can connect to AI and climate change when it comes to spreading awareness. Many artists, philanthropists around the world, including the ones participating in the Earth Shot, if you've heard of that, they are also using their talents in order to voice that. Also, when it comes to medical sciences, 2 years ago, I was talking about AI in healthcare, people who who go into that part of their passion, they'll obviously contribute. So I think that no matter how different, every career plays a part. And it's nice to tell the youth, to inform them that no matter what your passion is, you can use it to change the world. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that response. So the very last question of the day goes to you, Professor Amir Kashpour, for Zaynab.
All right, Zaynab, thank you so much for a very, very thoughtful presentation.
Thank you.
I think you and other panelists today touch on many critical issues that the humanity is facing. And I think you did the same thing. And I guess I really like the whole idea. And you mentioned that we are paying more attention, putting billions and billions of dollars to go to Mars, when we are completely forgetting our own planet. This is very interesting. And I think we do need to have more like you and others, panelists that we had today as our future leaders. People that can think, people can lead the society, people can somehow guarantee the future of our grandkids and obviously your kids, which I think the current political situation and current leaders, again, my opinion is not up to the task. And I'm hoping that, again, the new generation can somehow make the life on Earth and, again, humanity secure. So if we, again, go in that direction, you are obviously studying in high school. And my question is, what can we do to have more of you? What can we do in order to somehow encourage people to have that type of thinking, to care about their society, to care about the planet? What can we do? Is there anything that can be done?
So thank you for that awesome question, Judge Amir. So what you're asking basically is what can we do to have more youth with this kind of mindset that I can change the world?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's a very interesting question. Different people have different ways of being encouraged, different inspirations, and I think this is also connected to the first answer I gave, how it's nice to know that everyone, no matter what their passion is, can positively contribute to society and their future. And the way I think of it is that we all have a social responsibility towards each other. We're all connected, like kind of like the Lion King circle of life kind of concept, where we all, no matter what we do on one point of the planet affects someone, even if it's on the other side of the planet. So I don't mean that in the negative sense or as in like be too careful, but as in no matter how small, no matter how young you are or how small the action is, like paying $1 to charity or just doing like that considered very big, or if you just make a little project, write your opinion, share it. People don't realize how big an effect they have. Like, for example, I'm sure you've heard of Sir David Attenborough. He's been talking for years and years, and he himself said that when he was talking to when he was talking to one of the youth activists, and he was saying that I've been talking for a really long time about this, but people started acting when you started talking, the youth, and she's older than me by a year, a 17-year-old girl. And knowing this, seeing people their age who are doing something so small as striking or just speaking up, having that much of an impact, whereas Sir David Attenborough has been talking for almost 100 years about it, that's very inspiring.
All right. Thank you so much. Just correct myself. I said panelists. I meant all the finalists, all the speakers today. Again, I didn't mean us. I meant you all that you talked today. Thank you.